skeleton. If Lynn can come over here, she can show you that I used up every single one of those blocks that were under there. Plus,
right here,
I used up all of the pieces except for, this is all that's left of the pieces from her mother's building project.
yeah, and there were a lot.
Yeah. So,
And those there.
and it's not that I haven't used them other places, I have. But
Yeah.
they're all gone now, so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to screw this all in, because I still haven't screwed these down all the way back on both sides. I'm going to screw them down. Then, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to have my nailer working. I'm going to have my nailer, my compressor airing up, so that I can start putting this together.
That's wonderful.
So, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm getting the pieces now, the pieces that are still usable, which aren't very many of them. And I'm just putting them back in place, and then I'll see what I need to find to fix the rest of it. And then I am going to go over it with that freaking flooring that I have left over, because mostly it's in my way.
Right.
And yet if I put it on this floor, it's just going to make it that much better. But I want you to see, already I've only put down 3 boards. I want you to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Remember what it did before?
Yeah, it was a trampoline.
And now it's not shaking.
No, not shaking at all.
And you can do this. Maybe it's not something you want to do. Nobody wants to. Nobody says, God, I hope the floor breaks and I have to fix it with garbage. But guess what? When I get done, which is going to take me hours and hours more, but when I get done, I will have fixed this floor. For these are $8 now.
Yeah.
But I bought these when I knew the price of wood was going to go up, and I only paid $6 a piece for them. So that's $24. The rest of it's all salvage. So for $24, the floor's not going to fall out of my damn shop.
Yep.
And it'll last till I die, which is all I care about. Sorry, kids! Your problem!
Okay, I'm shutting you off.
So, as you can see, I have used up all of the wood. This much of it was unusable. So now, not unlike the reason a man with erectile dysfunction goes after Viagra, I will be on a quest for wood.
Okay.
Alright, so, what did I find to use? Okay, remember last year when I took down the old cedar fence?
Yes.
And I kept what little pieces, parts were left? That's what I have to work with. They're the only thing that's close to the right width. Okay, but they're crapola. Okay? They are not the best. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do after I get them all cut. And of course, because I kept only the part of them that weren't rotten, every single one's a different length. So
Of course.
there's that. Okay? Alright, you can turn it off again.
I am coming. Okay, you're on.
Okay, so as you know, this wood was super crappy when I took it down. It's been in storage, so it hasn't gotten any worse. But because it's super crappy, I'm going to treat every freaking board on the side that goes towards the ground, even though the ground is not covered in plastic. Because why the hell not? It would be nice to have something, you know, slightly less crappy. But you know what? If I'd have thrown this away, I'd have nothing to fix it with. So there's that.
Yep.
You know, so that's the difference between, when you're making do, the difference between wishing and having is what did you not throw out. And I don't mean hoard a bunch of crap you're never going to use. And fucking people, they're sitting on a goddamn hoard that you can't even get through your damn house or your shop. That ain't doing you any damn good. But when it comes to things like that are useful, don't throw them away. You don't have to worry about trying to buy them.
I remember when you started watching Hoarders, one of the first things you did was clean the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching Hoarders because I was like, why would you watch Hoarders? I'll tell you why. Because when I watch Hoarders or My 600-Pound Life, I seem normal. All of a sudden, I don't feel dysfunctional at fucking all. But so now whenever I really want to clean something, deep clean it, I always watch 2 or 3 episodes of Hoarders. And then you're like, you get done watching an episode of Hoarders, you're like, we don't need these fucking baby pictures. Everything becomes trash. So there's that. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to paint and yes, everything I'm doing means it takes longer. So there you go.
Very labor intensive.
Everything, when you're making do, everything is labor intensive. But you know what? This is why poor people stay poor. Because they don't want to do the work. And they see that rich people don't do it, and they think they can have the same things that rich people have. It's like, good luck with that. How's that working out for you?
Exactly.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll come back in a while. All right, so I threw in a bunch of screws on top of the staples, and looks pretty good. I'm getting ready to clean this whole thing off. One of the things that people don't think about is you got to keep getting rid of the tools you don't need in order to have room for the tools that you do need.
Right.
So part of this next little period of time is going to be packing my tools away.
Yeah.
Because I don't just throw my tools in a pile.
Yeah.
I actually put them back. There's a reason why I have things forever. This freaking jack is 12 years old. It's still in this. It still has its box. Because when I have its box, I know it's going to be put, okay, and it's not as much fun, but you can also put it down like this.
Not nearly as entertaining.
It's not nearly as fun as sitting on it, especially since my wife seems to get her job of watching me do it. She's like, that was pretty funny, do that again.
Again.
I want to do it as an amusement ride. No, it's not. But, okay, as you can see, there are gaping holes here around where I put this because, again, not the same flooring and crap wood. So what I'm going to do is, after I get this all swept up, get some feed sacks, open them up, attach them over this area, and then I'm going to put that flooring over the top of it, and it will not only take care of all those little hole problems, but it'll make it a lot stronger.
There you go. And more of a moisture barrier.
And now we're cleaning, which I'm sure is riveting for you guys, but no, you can't watch.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, so what I'm using this floating floor that came out of her mother's house. High-end, high-dollar crap. Okay. But what I'm doing with it is I'm nailing the shit down. Because A, I don't need it to float. This is a fucking shop. B, I don't want to have to measure it exactly or get all the little tongues and grooves to hang out. So I got one down. I'm going to let Lynn go in the house where it's cool. And I'm going to start trying to get these knocked out and see how much of it I can get done. I'd like to get the pile out from in front of the door before I have to milk tonight.
Yeah, because that is the way out to the milk barn.
But I want you to notice, now I got these feed sacks on the thing I just did because like I said, there were cracks and I don't want water.
I know, it's so solid and nothing in this room is moving.
Nothing in this room
And
is
I
moving.
can walk on it with no problem.
Yay. See,
Yay.
We're good.
Awesome. I'll be back.
Okay, so I've got more than enough of this stuff to cover this floor, but only if I don't break all the joints and if I use little pieces, parts, and kind of put them around and make them work. But it doesn't matter. It's a shop floor. As you can see, it's going along pretty smoothly.
It sure is.
And because I'm nailing it down, I don't have to worry about it actually floating.
Exactly.
Because I'm stapling it down.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so it's what, we've been working since noon?
Right at 6 o'clock.
And now it's 6. So that's what, 6 hours?
6 hours.
And I'm almost done.
Yep.
I'm tired. It was a hell of a lot of work. I'm so OC that I'm probably going to keep going till I finish it. I am dripping wet with sweat. I have been dripping wet with sweat all day. Here's the problem with an entire generation of entitled people. They're not willing to sweat.
No.
They won't sweat. the minute they sweat, it's too much. It's time for them to quit. So I use my head. When the humidity, this is the first day that the humidity hasn't been crippling us with heat indexes up in the hundreds for about 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, but it's not that hot today. So and this is something that needed to be tackled before somebody went through the floor.
Right.
You don't wait till somebody goes through the floor
And is in the hospital.
and then fix it.
Yeah.
So as soon as it got to the point where it's like, okay, the next time I step on that, in fact, I put stuff on it for the last few days when it was too hot to work so that if I stepped on it, I wouldn't go through. So there's that. But like I said, when I get done, it's going to be, would it be a nice floor in your house? No. But is it a nice floor in your shop? God damn, this is the nicest floor I've ever had in my fucking shop.
I know. Look at that, right? It's amazing.
So I'm going to keep working.
Okay. Okay.
Almost done.
One more board.
Huh?
Yep, that's crazy.
I thought you said I want to. Da 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 da! Look at this. Alright. It ain't perfect. But it's better than falling through.
No kidding.
And we already decided, right? $24. Everything else is scavenged materials. It's the nicest shop floor I've ever had. Until next time, don't be afraid to work. Don't be afraid to work with not the best materials or in the best way. Get the damn job done.